and I absolutely love it. Now, something I want to let you guys in on before we start this conversation is I'm only 17 years old. I am in grade 12. So I'm not much older than most of you. So when we're talking about bullying today, I don't want you guys thinking, oh, they're just coming in and telling us like, hey, bullying, it's bad. I understand where each of you guys are coming from because I'm still dealing with stuff like this to this day. So get all of that out of your head. We're going to talk one-on-one about bullying. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Dylan Davis. I'm 28 years old from St. John's, Newfoundland. Been a wrestler for the last now 10 years. I've been all over Canada, the Maritimes, Winnipeg, Ontario. I've been in the States. So yeah, that's my short story right there.
Alright, so one thing that I'd like to point out to you guys first about bullying is that what not a lot of people understand and a lot of people are afraid to talk about is that the reality is bullying is kind of like a game. The bullies want to win and they want to see you lose. So if you really look at the psychology of things, if you can make yourself win without being a bad person, then really the bullies are going to lose. And if they lose, then they'll leave you alone. How many of you guys here have ever been bullied? Raise your hand. I'll raise mine. I know I've been bullied. How many of you guys have ever been a bully? I'll raise my hand. I'll admit that I've said some things that I shouldn't have. You know, we all say some things at times. Don't be afraid to raise your hands. I see you guys all looking awkward and you're like, oh, I don't know. We've all had our bad moments, and we've all had moments when we have made other people not feel the greatest. But one thing you always have to remember is think of how you felt in those moments when people were bullying you. You know, it's never a good feeling, and if you know how it feels to be bullied, then you don't want to ever put anybody else in that situation, because it's wrong. But first of all, there's two things I'd like to explain. There's a very strong difference between physical bullying and verbal bullying. If somebody comes up and punches you in the face, you have a reason to be angry, you have a reason to be sad. But a punch in the face is not bullying, a punch in the face is assault. And it is something that you need to seek help on immediately. Now, as I told you guys, I'm only 17 years old, and I'm still in high school. I see bullying happen every single day. But I know that some of you probably have the same spiel of, no matter who you tell, whether it's a teacher or a parent, you still feel like you never seek the help you need because you're afraid of repercussions that are going to come with it. But there's a way that you can handle bullying verbally that will keep you don't have to go and be the tattletale of the group. And it's not like to be a tattletale anyway, even if you did go and say, this person's being rude to me. But I know that sometimes, even when you do tell people that you think are going to help, it doesn't always help. And then you feel stuck. Because then you've tried to explain yourself, you've tried to explain how you feel, but yet you still feel like nobody is helping you. So one of the best ways that you can handle being verbally bullied by somebody is, and it sounds silly, but being nice to them. So, does anybody want to come up here and help me? I figured you would. You can come up here. I feel like okay. Got this. Alright, so, what I want you to do, I want you to be as mean to me as you possibly can. I don't care what you say, nothing's going to hurt my feelings. Okay? Oh. On the count of 3, say action, okay? 1, 2, 3, action!
I hate you so much.
I hate you too.
Yeah, you should just sit down on the ground and go in the trash can. That's where you belong.
Trash can? You think that's where I belong? Maybe you're white trash.
Oh yeah, look who's talking. Alright.
You think that just because you're so much taller than me that I can't take you?
Yeah.
Why do you feel the need to be so rude, huh?
I don't know.
Well, I need you too, so don't worry about it. Alright?
Okay.
Good job. Let's have a round of applause for you. One more time. We're going to play again. Okay, we're going to do this one more time. Don't be afraid to insult me. Okay? For real. I won't be hurt by it. We're going to play one more time, but I want to show you guys something different. One more time on the count of 3, say action. 1, 2, 3. Action!
Look at that hat. That hat belongs in the trash. Like, look at your teeth. They're all crooked and stuff. Those shoes dirty. It's like, what? Where were you? Digging the trash where you belong.
Thank you for pointing out that my sneakers are dirty. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to wash them because I've I've been really busy, going to the gym and being really physically active, so sorry my sneakers aren't up to your standards. Why don't you take over? Be mean.
Maybe mean to you?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's hard for him to be mean.
Look at those pants. Where'd you buy those pants? The toilet store? Huh?
Yeah,
Those
actually, I did.
shoes? What are those? Huh? How tall are you? 5 foot nothing? Look at your hat, pink. What a stupid color. It's
It's not
stupid.
color. I love my
I
hat.
hate pink. Pink's stupid.
The reality is that it doesn't matter if you think pink is stupid, because pink is my favorite color. And no matter how you feel about the color pink, I'm still going to wear this hat because I love it. So whether you think it's stupid or not, it's my hat, and it's the hat that I'm wearing, not you.
You know what? That's a good point. I thought I let them tell you before, so I'm
Alright,
sorry.
please do a round of applause, you guys. So here, I'm going to need this for helping us out. Look at me, I'm stuttering. For helping us out. It's a free ticket to tonight's show, thank you. Now, what did you guys just notice here? When I was mean to him and I was rude back to him, it just kept going on forever. But if somebody's verbally abusing you or bullying you and you're being nice to them, it leaves them speechless because they realize that their comments aren't hurting you anymore. And they realize that they're losing this game of bullying. And it's really important that within being bullied, because as we said, I guarantee you that whether or not you admit it, each and every one of you here has been bullied. And maybe not even bullied, but maybe someone has said something to you at one time or another. But it's really, really important to believe in yourself and never lose faith in who you are as a person. Because as I just told him when he said he didn't like the color of my hat, in reality, aside from your parents and maybe a couple important people in your life, your opinion about yourself is the only thing that matters. If he doesn't like the color of my hat, if you guys don't like the color of my shoes, if you guys think it's a waste of time that I'm up here right now, that's okay. But that's not my opinion, and that's not going to hurt my feelings, because I enjoy what I'm doing, I enjoy what I'm wearing, and I'm okay with the person that I am. And it's really important to never lose yourself within a bully, because it's really, really easy to lose yourself and forget who you are when someone is consistently telling you that you're something that you're not. Now for me, I totally understand the bullying thing. I've been a huge wrestling fan for the last 12 years of my life. And I've pretty much always wanted to be a wrestler, but it was always the same thing. Oh, you're a girl. Oh, you're too short. When I was young, when I was 12 years old, so when I was in grade 7, I weighed 185 pounds and I was 5 feet tall. I was really short and I was a very big kid. Now, at that time, I was really happy with the person I was because I knew that it didn't really matter what I looked like, but I knew that I was a good person. I knew that I treated my friends with respect, and I knew that I treated my family with respect, and I was good to myself. But it's okay to change yourself if that's what you want to do. I knew that I wanted to follow my dreams, and I knew that I wanted to become a professional wrestler. So that meant eating healthy and working out, and finally striving to reach these goals of having a body that I want. And you know what? I'm here, I've been wrestling for 2 years, and I hit my goal of becoming a professional wrestler, but I'm still not perfect, you know? I used to be really large, I still have skin under my arms, you know, I still have a bit of a tummy going on. But now, what's even funnier is that I consistently find myself trying to fit society's image of being a perfect girl. I consistently find myself being like, oh, I wish I was as skinny as her, I wish I was as pretty as her, I wish I had her hair, I wish I had her teeth. And it's something that's ridiculous because I know now that I'm a lot happier than I was back then. And I'm a lot more in love with the person that I am today. But it's not always that easy. I used, sorry, this sometimes gets a little bit hard to talk about, but from now trying to fit these images of perfect How many of you guys have Facebook? Raise your hands. How many of you guys have Instagram? Snapchat? So you guys are all on some form of social media. Social media is a huge aspect. You see ads, you see clothing ads. You know, I know for me personally, maybe you guys have done the same thing where you bought a piece of clothing and you're like, oh, it looks so pretty on the model. It looks so pretty on the screen, and then you try it on and you're like, oh, well, I saw her wearing it, and now I'm wearing it, and I don't feel as good. And that's a huge problem with society today, is that they're drilling this image into our heads of what the perfect reality of being a girl is. And it doesn't even matter if you're a girl. Look at my shirt right now. It's one of my wrestling shirts. It says it's not a man thing, it's not a woman thing, it's a wrestling thing. As I'm only 17 years old and I'm in grade 12, I'm one of only 2 female professional wrestlers within all of Atlantic Canada. So, you know, with all the doubt that society has, now you'll realize that there's a lot of women empowerment, and there is a lot of, girls can do anything boys can do. As much as that is true, you have to remember that just because girls are being empowering and girls are doing all these amazing things, that boys get a lot of this impact too. It's not just girls, you know? Girls will get hated on for wearing makeup, way too much of it. They'll be called a clown. Yet at the same time, if they wear no makeup, then it's, oh, look at her, she's so ugly. I'm sure some of you guys have heard comments like this before. Well, boys deal with the same thing. Oh, he's so short for a boy. Oh, he's so chubby. Oh, he's too tall. You know, you deal with all of this stuff, and it's really, really, really important to remember that it doesn't always just have to be hatred towards women. There's a lot of hatred towards men as well. So don't think that I'm up here trying to be like, women empowerment, as much as I am, because I know I have a lot of guy friends who went through a lot of stuff, and I know that I have a lot of male friends who have been verbally and mentally abused by men and other women. And it can always be reciprocated in the same way. But, like I said, back to my point of being society's image of perfect. It is so important, as I said, to have faith in who you are and never ever lose yourself within that. For a long time in my life, I was surrounded by some really, really, really toxic people. People that made me really, really hate who I was. People who made me change for them. And it was a situation that, even though everyone was like, oh, it's really easy, it was really, really, really difficult to get myself out of it. And sometimes it's not just your friends, it can be your friends, your family members, your parents, your brothers, your sisters. It could be a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It could be, you know what, it could always even be a teacher or an important adult role in your life. There's a lot of people who can make your life seem really, really toxic. But I know that it's not as easy to get out of a toxic situation as everybody says it is, but it's really, really important to always remember that there is a way to get out of that toxic situation, no matter how hard or impossible it may seem. Which comes back to bullying. You know, I know that I was bullied for a long time, and I'm not just saying this. A lot of my friends were bullied for a really, really long time. And it seems impossible to get out of the toxic situation that you're put into. But it's never, ever impossible to get out of these situations. Yeah, it might be hard. Yeah, it might suck for a little while. But you need to remember that it's, you know, if you want to do the things that you want to do with your life, it's so important not to let those toxic people slow you down. If each and every day I'm surrounding myself with, let's say it's not Dynamite Dylan Davis, but it's the guy who was just telling me that my shoes are ugly and my pants are ugly and he doesn't like my pink hat. And I'm like, hey, I'm coming to school today. I'm happy. I feel great. I love my clothes. I'm happy with myself. I love myself. And I get here and he's like, your shoes are ugly, your pants are ugly, your shirt is ugly, your hair is ugly. It's not going to make you feel good. You're going to be up here and it's going to bring you all the way down here. So, now, for example, I'm still in grade 12, as I said multiple times. I go to school every day, and I'm not bullied anymore, but I also don't surround myself with a lot of friends. And that's okay, because I knew that my friends and the people that I surrounded myself with were really, really toxic to my life. They were slowing me down. They were telling me, hey, your dreams of being a wrestler are stupid. Hey, you never ever hang out with me because you're at the gym all the time. Hey, you're always at wrestling training really, really late at night. We can never hang out with you and never do projects and never work on schoolwork. So as much as I love those people and I care about those people, they're toxic to me and they're toxic to what I wanted to do with my life. But sometimes those toxic people, you just need to push them out, because then you can be like us and live your dream. How many of you guys play sports? How many of you guys play hockey? Soccer? Baseball? Is there anything that I haven't mentioned that any of you guys do? Basketball. Raise your hand if you play basketball. Softball? Volleyball? Okay. There you go. Golf, that's another one. See it. And look, does anybody else here play golf, or is it just him? You do too? You guys, see, there's a few of you. Golf wasn't the very first topic brought up, and it wasn't the first thing on my mind. But if that's your favorite sport, and if that's what you dig, then you do it. How many of you guys play on an actual sports team? Really quickly, just yell out the sport that you play. Okay, so you guys are pretty scattered. How many of you guys here absolutely love the sport that you play? Or the team that you're a part of? It doesn't matter if it's sports. Are any of you guys like in band or anything like that? Like mathletes or anything like that? How many of you guys are part of a team or a club or an association of some sort? So sports included. Yeah. How would you guys feel if someone walked up to you and said, hockey stupid, basketball stupid, soccer stupid, all this stuff is stupid? How would you feel about that? Roasted. Thanks, I appreciate that. It's like our little mascot down here. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to keep you from the sidelines. I got this. I know, it's like a cheerleader. You touch your toes too? There you go. Whether your dream is to be a hockey player or a basketball player or a soccer player or a professional wrestler, it's very, very important to never ever let anybody slow you guys down. When I was 15 years old, I started my professional wrestling training. 2 weeks after I finished my training, I went on a tour across Canada, and I went to Quebec, Ontario, but it was really, really northern parts. So there's a lot of kids up there who really needed our help, and they really needed to talk to us. And for me, it's something that I love to be able to do, to come here today. Even if I'm boring the socks off you guys, I apologize. But coming here and being able to talk to you guys, because as outspoken as I can be, and I could talk to you guys for hours and hours and hours, some of you guys are probably not like that. You've got this guy here in the front. What's your name? Alex. We've got Alex here up front. You know, you guys are all quiet. You're all listening. But then there's Alex up here who's like chirp, 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 which is okay. I like people like Alex, but I also like people like you guys who might not be as talkative. But that's okay, because even if you're not as talkative, I'm hoping that you can take something from our speeches, and you can take something from what I said, because unfortunately not everybody can tend to be as outspoken as I am. From years of bullying and years of surrounding myself with really, really toxic people, I've grown to believe in how I feel and believe in who I am. And that's something that I can never stress to you guys about how important it really, really is. And so, as I said, maybe some of you aren't as outspoken, but I hope that there's a few of you here that are sitting here and you're like, you know what, I'm not going to raise my hand and I'm not going to say anything, but I appreciate what she's saying, and I feel as though I can relate. Now, just a show of hands, how many of you guys have taken something from what I said and you found it relatable to your life? I'm glad. Now, the last thing I want to point out, as I just said, I went on a 2-week tour across Canada. And then this past January, I missed 7 weeks of school. Right? I know, that reaction. That's most people's reaction. Oh my god, 7 weeks of school? That's crazy. What's that? I know. 7 weeks is a long time. It's a shocker. But, so, I had 118 absences from school last year because I was working. But, with those 118 absences, I had a 94% average. Because I knew that if I wanted to be a professional wrestler, that my education comes first. And I know that I have to graduate high school, and I know that it's really, really important. And it's really important for you guys to get your education. So whether or not you want to be a hockey player, or a basketball player, or a soccer player, or any type of sports, or a musician, or whatever you want to do with your life, make sure you get your education, because a lot of people tend to overlook it and forget how important it truly is.
So just to add a little bit to my story, as a kid, I was chubby. I had a stutter. It's hard to know, but I had that. So speaking for me was never a good thing. So even today, coming here was a little bit of a stressful kind of thing. So I go to school every day. I would get bullied, picked on for my weight, my stutter, things that I couldn't change. So then when I turned 18, I joined the gym and started working out every day of the week, which in turn helped build up my overall confidence. So now my stutter and my weight, of course, don't affect how I live every day. So yeah, it's my story about how I was bullied, but all I got, not too crazy, but
yeah, no worries. And as he just said, he had a lot of problems that he couldn't fix about himself. And I shouldn't even call them problems, but there was a lot of things that other people saw as problems.
Things that made me unique that others see as an issue or a problem. So it's very easy to see these things as an issue, and it make you seem like you feel like you're a burden. But in the end of the day, it just makes you unique, makes you stand out from everybody else.
That's very well said, because whether you have a stutter or you have crooked teeth, or maybe you don't like a feature on your body, sometimes there just aren't things that you can do about the things that you might not like about yourself. But the whole process is about learning how to love yourself and learning how to build that confidence to things that make you feel good. So yeah, maybe he couldn't change his stutter. But what did he do? He found something that would make him even more confident. So he went to the gym, and he found something else that he loved. And in return for something that he loved, it made him feel even better about the person that he was. It's okay if you want to change the body that you came in, as long as you're taking care of yourself. Your body is your temple. You only have one body for the entire time that you're on this planet. The term YOLO? Yeah, well, it's actually pretty important. You only live once, you only have one body, you have to take care of it. Stay away from the drugs, stay away from the alcohol, stay away from the bad influences. If you destroy the body that you have from a young age, what is that going to say for you when you're older? Homeless. That could be a possibility.
You're homeless, you have certain health issues. You're just not going to have a life that you want to live. If you choose to smoke, drink, or drugs, it's going to maybe long you down that road that you don't want to be down, you know what I mean? So.
And as much as we're up here saying these things to you guys, you could easily say, oh, well, I'm sure that you guys have had your rough moments, you guys have done things that you probably shouldn't, and that's true. You can call us hypocrites all you want. We both had our bad days, we've both done things that we probably regret. But things happen, and it's about how you move on and how you choose to live the rest of your life. And it's about changing yourself into the person that you want to be, not the person that everybody else wants you to be. So just always remember that no matter what situation you're dealing with, there are ways to deal with it wisely, there are ways to deal with it appropriately, and you always want to attempt to be the bigger person. You don't like when somebody hurts you, don't hurt somebody else. It's pretty much that simple. Even if someone's extremely rude to you, the best thing that you can do to them is just be nice. These people might treat you bad, but maybe someday you'll be their boss. The main message I'm trying to give you guys is let your success show the people that always have had doubt in you and have always doubted who you were. Show them what being a good person can do. If you know someone who's really mean to you, do your best to stop it. But if they choose, no matter how nice you are to them, to just continue to be rude to you, then that shows you what kind of person they really are. Let your success, what's the quote? Work hard in silence and let success make the noise. And that's a huge aspect with bullying. I'm still in high school, I see this stuff every day. It doesn't matter to me if I go up and say, principal, teacher, this person's bullying that person. Do you know how many times I've said that to a teacher and they've gone, well, I didn't see anything, so I can't help you. I'm like, well, joke's on you because you never see anything anyway. Blind, exactly. I know that there are some great teachers out there who have helped me in the past, and don't ever underestimate the help of your teachers. All I'm telling you is that sometimes I've been left in the dark when I've thought, I've had a lot of people that I trust. I've tried to get them to help me, and it's almost ended me up in worse situations. So, as I said, don't doubt your teachers, don't doubt the help of your teachers or a parent or guardian or an adult. But always, always have that faith in yourself to know that you're a better person. As I said, you can't always do stuff to make the bullies stop. And you can't always do things to make the rude people stop. But that's life. And you guys will learn that as you get older and older. People, you can't help somebody that doesn't want to change. And if somebody doesn't want to change, then that's okay. But you have to learn not to let their toxins stop you from following your dreams and being who you are. Now I'm here. And I'm living my dream. Same as unrealistic as it sounds, you guys can live your dreams too. How many of you guys watch wrestling on TV? Few of you? You guys all watch WWE, right? One of my best friends just had a WWE tryout. Someone who I know has been striving to have a WWE tryout for a very long time. Someone who was doubted for a lot of his life. Somebody that had a lot of toxins in his life. And somebody that had a lot of people doubt him and tell him that he was never going to be a WWE superstar. But only a week and a half ago, one of my best friends had a WWE tryout. How unrealistic does that sound? If I told you guys, hey, I'm going to be in WWE someday, a lot of you are probably going to go, yeah, whatever. You know, that's super unrealistic. How many people here that... Oops, shut off my microphone. How many people here that play hockey would love to someday be in the NHL? If you tell yourself you can, you will. If you tell yourself you can't, you won't. No matter what people used to say to my best friend that just had a WWE tryout, he would always look at them and go, it doesn't matter what you say because I know that I am going to become a WWE superstar someday. And now he's there. And now everybody is like, oh my gosh, we all knew you would do it, we all knew you would do it. And everyone will be like that. And that's a huge part of letting your success make the noise. Someday when you do finally hit your dreams, you know, and even if you're on the road to accomplishing them, when you get there, everybody's going to act like they're your best friend and everybody's going to act like they're nice to you. And that doesn't say that once you're at the top, you get to treat everybody below you the way that they treated you. But it's always important to remember who was there for you when you didn't have much, and who's going to be there for you when you finally have everything. it's really, really important to remember the people in your life that are supporting you and building you up. Because the people that are shutting you down are not important. And it's a big aspect to remember these people and remember your self-worth. If you can be confident in yourself, if you can be strong in yourself, and if you can make wise decisions for yourself, then you are able to do whatever you want to do with your lives. And I mean that. As I said, it sounds unrealistic, and a lot of you probably think I'm silly. But I mean it because I know from first-hand experience, because now I'm here. And now you're here. And we're here together. And this guy's one of my best friends. We train together, probably 5 days a week, 4 or 5 days a week, at least. I would have never met him if it wasn't for both of us trying to follow our dreams. Sometimes the best thing that you can possibly do is surround yourself with people who have the same dreams as you do. You know, I surround myself every day not by the people that I go to school with, but by people that, hey, maybe they're 10 years older than me. Maybe they're only 4 years older than me. But they have the same dreams and wants and a desire to have the same things that I do. They have the same passions and the same determination to hit the goals, the same goals that I want to hit every single day. So, by surrounding myself with positive people and having a positive outlook and not surrounding myself with negative people, I now have the ability to do whatever I want with my life, and there's no longer anybody holding me back. And I know that this talk is supposed to be about bullying, but I feel like there is a lot of aspects that aren't covered by a lot of speeches. And there are hopefully a lot of you out there who have maybe felt the same way as me, and maybe, just maybe, something that I've said today will help you if you're not in a place that you want to be in. Do you guys have any questions for either of us? Anything at all? Anything?
What made you want to become a wrestler?
What made me want to become a wrestler? That's a great question. When I was 5 years old, I went to a wrestling show with my dad. And I was like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. Because it's, to me, I'm like a bunch of sweaty men wrestling each other. I don't know how I really feel about this. When I got there, the very first thing that I saw was the only female wrestler that was around at that time. And she just happened to be there. And I was like, oh my God, girls do this too. And it made me realize that in a world full, and this comes back to women empowerment that I talked about earlier, in a world full of sports that